Oh, don't be quiet. You weren't quiet all year round. I know, I know. Where's the excitement? Do I need to get 10,000 people out here? All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you all for coming today. Larry Bear and I have gotten our teams together, and as you know, this was such a team effort to win the World Series. And so we decided we get our city team together to make sure that we had a great, great celebration of this wonderful championship that was won, that everybody knows. So many stories will be coming out, and we're glad to celebrate here in San Francisco. Our team in the city is ready for a great, great celebration. And I have on the side of me and behind me all those departments, including our police chief, our fire chief, our director of emergency management, our 311, our public works is here, of course, our director of SFMTA. And we're emphasizing, please, everybody, take public transportation. Walk, get muni, get on a bike, but please use public transportation to get through the parade route that will stretch from the beginning of Market Street and Spear all the way through Civic Center. We expect that there will be a great number of people here. We think, and I think we can anticipate, there'll be quite a number of kids here, being that it's Halloween. And for that, our fire chief has prepared at least 4 reunification centers all along the route to make sure that kids are safe, and that if there's any incident that would happen that might be a kid lost, we'll have those reunification centers up and active, and make sure we have people that are looking out for those incidences. This is a family-friendly event. It'll be celebrated by every neighborhood in the city. We all want everybody to come down, but because of the sheer numbers, we asked that everybody look out for each other as a team would. Look out for each other, look out for kids, making sure that both traffic as well as just safety of everybody is the highest cause. But it's a great celebration, one that we had watched so excitedly on this, and I am so glad that every comment from the team, from Larry Baird to Bruce Bochy to every member on the team, has emphasized what solid teamwork it took to get here. And this is why I wanted to demonstrate that the teamwork continues. It continues all the way through the end of the event tomorrow afternoon. We want everybody to be safe, and then goes in, of course, to even past the celebration into Halloween, that people will celebrate as well. Our police chief has been working very hard to keep this city safe. We know of the incidents that occurred in the city. There was nothing that occurred with the 10,000 people here. It was really well-behaved kids and family and parents that were here at Civic Center. But the incidences that occurred in other parts of the city and with the Muni bus damage, we want to prevent that from happening. And the chief will have a few more details about that later on for all of you, that we will, of course, do our best to prosecute the individuals that we do have evidence of. Apart from that, though, it's a celebration. We want to continue emphasizing that. All the players will be here. The trophies will be here. This is the national, if not international, stage to celebrate the second in 3 years of a World Series champion in San Francisco with our Giants. It's our team. I think everything that people want out of sports, and certainly out of our baseball team, is reflected in all the efforts that came across, not only on the field, but in the clubhouse, because we watch that a lot. We watch what really goes on in the clubhouse, what are going on with the players. That dynamics is so incredibly important to all of us, because there are life lessons to be had here, and I'm going to keep emphasizing that, because Mayor Bing is coming from Detroit, and he's going to do a day of service with the Junior Giants. And I look forward to that as well, because you know, sports is uplifting for all of us, but especially for our kids, especially as we did the wager, I think appropriately, we emphasize our future for our city, just as the Giants will continue winning in their various capacities. With that, I want to make sure that we have a moment where we can answer questions from our various departments that are here, well represented. But before we do that, I'm going to ask Larry Baer to come up and make a few comments. And before he does that, I want to give my own congratulations. And something that we gave at the event before the series started, because this is the Year of the Dragon. And when we won, it just confirmed it. And so just volunteers from the Chinese community said, we're going to do something special. And so on behalf of the city, Larry, we want to just give you yet another personal, on behalf of you and the team, another personal reflection of our Year of the Dragon, the boldness, the incredible teamwork it does. This is a paper dragon that hosts a World Series baseball that just represents the great fortune that the Giants has brought to the city. So, Larry, congratulations on a wonderful, wonderful life.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
And, of course, it's part of our protocol office, and Charlotte Schultz is here in her bright orange, just representing our whole protocol division as well.
Now, this is wonderful. Baer. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Well, I have to say that this really goes right in line with our little rituals. And we had, at each playoff game, the mayor would come down for the first inning, sit with us, Giants ownership group, sit next to me for the first inning, and we would concentrate, and we would will 3 outs in the top of the first and at least 1 run for the Giants in the bottom of the first, and that happened most nights. So thank you, Mr. Mayor. Another part of the ritual has been, as you know, a parade can't just come together in 36 hours or 48 hours. So the mayor and this incredible office here at City Hall, Martha Cohn, Charlotte, everybody, all the agencies, the police, fire, transit, have come together with a planning program that, working with our folks, with Stephen Ravetria and Sarah Hunt and Stacy Slaughter and Alfie Felder, to put together a plan for what we just referred to within the Giants' 4 walls as the P word. Okay, because we weren't going to say parade and we weren't going to try to jinx. Baseball players are very superstitious, and baseball organizations as well. But this has obviously been the result and the function of several weeks of planning, but on the QT. So it's been tricky in that respect to keep it all quiet and just have these little meetings. I remember we had one meeting more in earnest in Detroit when we were up 3-0, where we had to kind of lift the kimono a little bit and get more people involved too, because as it was becoming potentially more real. As the mayor referenced, the teamwork on the field is obviously a key part of why the Giants won the World Series, but the teamwork with the city has been extraordinary. And it happens every day at the ballpark when we have a game, and it's been happening around the planning of the parade. So I just want to thank the city and all the folks in the various departments that are integral, and it's multiple departments that the mayor has brought together to make this work. And one last thing, and the mayor referenced a piece of this. I see the parade as, it's not a microcosm, maybe a macrocosm, if that's such a word, of the events that we have at the ballpark, the games and all the other public events at the ballpark, that they're family shows, and we invite families to come. We believe, as was true of the parade in 2010, it's going to be a wonderful family community experience. And quite frankly, of all the things that happen in our lives, it's nice, and all the pressures out there in the world, let's take a day just to relax, reflect, and celebrate our heroes. And I think that in a family way, and that's what we try to do each day at AT&T Park, and that's what I think tomorrow can represent for the community. So thank you very much, and appreciate everything, Mr. Mayor.
So we can entertain a few questions, and then we have the various department heads, of course, police and fire, DEM, our 311, our protocol office is here, as well as our transit agency. So,
Mr. Mayor, how do you beef up public transportation? You say that everyone should take transit. Can Muni handle it?
Absolutely. Come on up.
Absolutely. So we're going to have Market Street and Mission Street closed for much of the day. Crossings over Market Street will be closed. So if you want to come and see the parade or the event at the end, don't plan on getting in your car. We will have extra trains running. We've also coordinated with BART, AC Transit, Caltrain, Golden Gate Transit, everybody who can help get people into the city and around the city. Everybody's going to basically be extending their morning peak service to make sure that we have all the transit we need to be able to get people here. We don't want you stuck in your car 10 blocks away from the parade as Buster Posey is in his car rolling down Market Street. So we'll be there. We'll get you there on transit, not just Muni, but all of the transit agencies.
I know communications is really important. I see Mark Lakeman in the back from AT&T. We've been building more capacity in and around Civic Center as well, so that because everybody wants to record all these precious pictures of the players and the coaches and themselves. So we've increased the capacity and put a lot of temporary towers around. It may not be perfect given the number of people that we expect, but we certainly should have more capacity than we did in 2010.
What it was in 2010 in terms of putting on that parade and what it might be this time around?
You know, we'll calculate that as we see, but I think it'll be probably close to the cost. I mean, I think we learned from 2010. We spent time reviewing what occurred there, and just in terms of the parade route, for example, it'll be a little easier on us because we won't go through certain streets that were identified last time because of the parade route that was determined last time was to repeat when the Giants came to San Francisco. So we're going to go pretty much straightforward up market, which I think eases it a little bit. But we also expect about the same number because of confetti and the number of turnouts that we have, people that are expected to turn out.
So would you kind of give us some highlights as far as what's going to unfold tomorrow?
Well, generally, the parade will start at around Spear. Steuart and Market, and a little different than 2010, in which you recall many of the players were kind of put on the cable cars, and a lot of fans said, look, we couldn't see them. They had to go from one side to the other. So I think this time we have individual vehicles for each of the players and their family members, so you can see them in their natural setting with their family, and they'll be in individual cars. And you'll be able to see them all sides. So that's one major change. That'll make the parade a little longer, but I think the fan appreciation will be there as a result. They will come up Market Street and then, of course, turn off at McAllister and then make their way down here to the Plaza. Then the players will be invited into City Hall. And as you can see, the stages are being built now, and there'll be both guests and the public invited all throughout the Civic Center to view a stage. There'll be, of course, public viewing opportunities there on screens that will allow you to see everything that's happening and listen to everything that's happening. And then a number of speakers are planned to speak, as well, of course, the coaches. The presentation of the trophies will be there on display. And the lucky part, we get to see 2 trophies out there. Yeah.
Police chief about any security arrangements, and another question is, when the parade is over, as it kind of bleeds into Halloween a little bit, is it going to be problematic having so many people downtown?
Again, as the mayor said, we've prepared with all the other departments and department heads behind us. A ton of preparation has gone into this. There will be a couple of don'ts. If you're planning to navigate Market Street tomorrow morning, don't. You won't be able to. So, so what you need to do is you need to come early if you need to get north of Market, or you need to traverse the city west of Van Ness Avenue to get north of Market, as Market Street will be closed and the barricades will be interlocked. There'll be some key points where we can unlock the barricades for an emergency response, but we don't intend to, and we didn't have to in 2010. The entire day, 24 hours into the nighttime, no alcohol. It's an alcohol-free event, as the mayor said. This is a family celebration, whether San Francisco family with our champion Giants, or bring your family and the little ones in costumes, come and have a great time, but it will be an alcohol-free San Francisco outside, at least. If you're an adult, patronize our businesses for sure, but in the streets, it will not be tolerated. The officers will be after it in earnest. We have the entire department mobilized, absent those officers that might have taken a day off that we couldn't get in on overtime, but otherwise, you're assigned to the days or that period in between or the nights. We have a good plan. We've worked in concert with our brothers and sisters at the fire department to make sure that we're prepared and we're ready for a great day and as it rolls into a really nice Halloween.
What do you say to opportunists, or should we say entrepreneurs, who might be printing up T-shirts right now for sale along the parade route tomorrow? Is that going to be allowed, or are you going to keep a handle on it?
We're working with Major League Baseball to make sure that all the products outside being worked with are licensed, permitted, authorized products. Arrests will be made, seizures will be made. Make sure that it's authentic. They all have markings on them, and we don't want to take it, so if it's not licensed, don't sell it.
Mr. Mayor, you're talking about a family-friendly event. The school superintendent says school is in session, every minute counts, don't pull the kids out of school. What do you say?
Well, the superintendent of our schools is a good superintendent. He does not want to lose any of those state funds. He's not closing the schools, and I think this is a parental determination, but the schools are staying open, for rightly so. Then again, I know that usually on Halloween, kids have parties and they have other activities as well. So this is all based on reality, but we're not closing any schools. Again, I emphasize the family friendliness of this, and I look forward to the incredible little stories that our players have, because I know each and every one of them have contributed in their own way, but I love the fact that they're going to be speaking, and they'll be speaking sometimes in their natural languages, which I think is exciting, because we have an international team. Yes? That's still under review, but we know that the Muni bus that was destroyed, it itself cost over $700,000, and it had just recently completed a $300,000 rehab. So you have that one number that's very expensive. Obviously, that is something we're very distressed about, and the people that are responsible will be held accountable. And we have evidence that we're unveiling as we speak, and that investigation is ongoing. We're going to ask the public to help out with that as well.
Larry, can you hold that statue up so we can get a good shot of you?
Yes. Okay.
The World Series low front.
There you go.
Got the SF.
There we
Let's
go.
do the World Series.
And our department heads will stick around for some specific answers to any of your questions if you like. Year of the Dragon, Year of the Giants, Go Giants, World Series champions.
We
All right.